Patrick Reid, he's going to represent the U.S. in place of DeChambeau. So his odds sit at plus 1,600. Too high or too low?
Oh, man, I really want to back this. I really do. But look at what he's done. Look at his travel schedule over like the last 3 weeks. It's going to be tough. All right. So I think it's when you look at I don't the question isn't really too low, too high, because I do think they're right there for him. And when you take a look at of the field, guys who have the win equity, because that's what we're talking about here, he's one of the best, right? Especially when he gets a lead. But I do think this is going to be a birdie fest. I'd rather attack those guys. Paul Casey comes to mind right at that range. He's a little bit less at plus 1,200. He's right around that JT range. But, you're getting guys, I believe, at 22, 28. That's where I want to start building my card, as opposed to getting Patrick Reid at that number, just because it's kind of a wild card. His travel schedule kind of scares me a little bit.
But, Geoff, let's remember here, his nickname, Captain America. Earned that nickname because of his heroics for the USA and the Ryder Cup. Stuff of legends. Like
heroics? I don't know. It's a stretch.
Come on. Does he go full Captain America here, Geoff?
I mean, look, I like these odds. Reid brought up a really good point. Let's just look at win rate of these players at the plus 1,200 range. Rory McIlroy has one win in the past 2.5, 3 years. Patrick Reid has triple that. Paul Casey, same thing. Paul Casey's one every 2 years, maybe one every year guy. Patrick Reid matches or is better than him. Hideki Matsuyama, plus 1,200. He has one win in the last 4 years. Again, now we're getting Patrick Reid at better odds than all these guys. I think just from that perspective alone, and just what we know with Patrick Reid, that probably feels disrespected in some way, even though it's really it's not like people were choosing the team and they're like, oh, we're not going to choose Patrick Reid. He probably still felt disrespected, the fact that Bryson was there in front of him. Yeah, I actually really like these odds on Patrick Reid. Again, I don't mind taking a shot with some of these other guys at the plus 1,200, but I think you need to include Reid in that group, and that would be my first choice just from an odds perspective. Plus 1,600 versus plus 1,200 for a guy who has won in all different sorts, all around the world. And the travel schedule is a little worrisome, but this guy travels all the time. So I'm not worried about it. I think these are great odds for Reid.